The Scottish Tories urged fellow MSPs to call for the Hate Crime Act to be axed, as it has transformed Scotland into a place of sinister police billboards instructing people to snitch on those who hurt their feelings, where contentious discussions and disagreements in your home can result in a knock on the door from police. Humza Yousaf's chilling hate crime law is set to continue in Scotland, unchanged, after SNP and Scottish Greens MSPs voted against repealing it. The Scottish Tories secured a debate at Holyrood to urge politicians to axe the legislation after its shambolic launch on April 1. Police Scotland has been inundated with anonymous complaints about alleged hate crimes, with more than 9,000 reports being made out. Out of these, only about 450 actually got investigated, with a number of them being described as vexatious. It has meant already overworked officers need to chase every single complaint, with a huge overtime bill being racked up in order to do so. Confusion has also reigned due to the legislation, with even SNP ministers misquoting what the actual law is, despite a huge £400,000 advertising campaign. Scottish Tory Shadow Justice Secretary Russell Findlay opened the debate on the bill, as he stated that Humza Yousaf's hate crime law chills free speech and has turned Scotland into a place of international mockery. It must be scrapped. He said, 3 years ago, Humza Yousaf was standing over there, lapping up the applause, basking in the adulation, having delivered the Hate Crime Act. What he described it at the time was it being truly transformative, and Humza Yousaf was indeed right. It was transformative, just not in the way he thinks it was. From April Fool's Day it has transformed Scotland into a place of international mockery. It has transformed the birthplace of the Enlightenment into a place where free speech has been debased and devalued. A place of sinister police billboards instructing people to snitch on those who hurt their feelings, where contentious discussions and disagreements in your home can result in a knock on the door from police. Where every single complaint, no matter how groundless or absurd, is subjected to police investigation, while despairing officers are being told not to pursue real crimes. Welcome to Scotland, home of Humza Yousaf's hate crime law, aka the cIype's Charter. The Scottish Conservatives and many others warned this disastrous legislation would be weaponised, yet Labour and the Lib Dems blindly backed the SNP. But the motion ultimately failed, with an SNP amendment removing the word repeal passing with 64 MSPs voting yes, 29 voting no and 25 abstentions from Labour, the Lib Dems and SNP rebel Fergus Ewing. Mr. Ewing criticised the hate crime law but confirmed he would not be voting to repeal it. He said he regretted voting for it back in 2021, when he was bound by collective responsibility, and called for it to be reformed, criticising the non-crime hate incidents. He said that he didn't remember this being voted on, and added, "Is it not even more insidious, actually, that you can have a black mark in your name without even knowing about it? I mean, in what sort of democracy are we living in here? I used to read serious novels, I don't any longer, but I remember reading Franz Kafka, and that's the name that springs to mind here, because this is not a feature of Western democracy where the right to a free trial is a cornerstone, a pillar, of our system. It's an abnegation of that. And why are we tolerating it?